Hey going guys, Sebboboii here, bringing you another video for Final Fantasy 15. Today I'm going to be touching on one of the new side quests, the timed quest, which is the Malboro and the Malbadooms that have just come out, which offer some pretty good rewards, especially the guild reward you get from completing it. Now, I was meant to release this video much earlier than intended, but as you can see here, I got stuck with the story and I couldn't go back to the Lucis, the mainland, and do the time quest, because from this point, finding a rest spot is nigh impossible. So, I had to complete the story during the week while I was working, and unfortunately this video has come out a couple of days late, which I really hate the fact that it's taken this long to do. But anyway, as for the guide, it's more like, again, sort of tips how to help people get the time quest done. I'm kind of going to be aiming it for noobs, like I'm not going to make it hard for people who haven't done it before, and literally when I went to it, it was my first time anyway, so what you'll be seeing in this video is my first go at completing the time quest and what I did to do it. And while we're on the subject, the best thing you could possibly do is take a lot of fire magic with you and make sure your weapons are imbued with fire. So I'll get to the fight, I'll talk you through it, and yeah, hopefully even people like I'm around level 70 at the moment, but even people lower than me should be able to complete it. It's really, compared to the Cactar time quest, I find this one shouldn't be too hard. I reckon people around level 40 or 50 should be able to complete it. As well, don't worry about spending too much gil on supplies, because get as much as you can to help you through. At the end of the day, you're getting 500k back, and that will just set you up pretty much for whatever you need it for. So, moving on, we'll get to the fight and you'll see how it progresses.
Look alive. Company.
Alright, I'll speed this bit up and we'll get to the location. Now, also in this video, I forgot to include the location. I'll bring up the map and show you guys where the Malboro and the Malbadooms are located. But look, on your menu, go down the bottom of the time quest. It'll show you where it is, and basically it is, by memory, southwest of the lighthouse, where you jump on the boat to go to Altissia in the storyline. But yeah, just look at your time quest tab, you'll find it easily done.
Outstanding, Noobs.
Yep. Picture perfect.
Alright, so the Malboro and the Malbadoom are coming up right now. So I'll go through what I'm using, and you'll get a fair idea of how to tackle these guys. So obviously you want to scan what's there, find their weaknesses, use what you have at your disposal. So obviously the Malbadooms are weak to daggers and fire, daggers and ice. And the Malboro are weak to greatswords, fire, and the engine equipment stuff. I don't really use that stuff, so I don't even know what to call it, to be honest. I'll just give it Prompto. He's the man. So obviously just equipping Gladio with the best stuff. Now here I'm looking at his greatsword, because I literally got out of the story as quickly as I could to come do this, and I realised that all my characters have been given, like, better weapons. So clearly after... Actually, I won't say anything, just in case people watching this, spoiler alert. So, but yeah, they just got given better stuff after I found them again. That's what it's called, machinery. So as you can see, I'm equipping just everything they need. Looking for fire weapons, make sure Ignis's special ability is, again, a fire ability. Although I actually did not use it once in this. So again, touching on your party's abilities and stuff, it's not... You don't need to have what I'm using. This is not that hard. Just the best things you could do is make sure you have fire spells and ice spells, and use, you know, like fire weapons or ice weapons. So you'll see me do switching and stuff like that. And so basically what you want to do is you want to go after the Malboro first, get those out of the way just so they're less annoying. The less bad breath you have to deal with, the better. Now as you can see, I do take on the... what's it called? I'm going to call it a crustacean until I'm a bit closer to it. So here I'm scanning the other Malbadoom, ice and daggers, and the Carlabos. Scan this, and this is what you want. I chose, this will always be the time quest, and I chose to take this out first instead of the Malbadooms because the Malbadooms are not that quick. So separating the Carlabos was more beneficial and to take out, so I could sort of more do a 1 versus 1 on it. So try your best to take it out, dodge its attacks. Its attacks are very easy to read. Now I did, yeah, that's right, I did change Ignis's ability to regroup to save on potions. Especially for people lower levels, regroup here will be your best friend if you are struggling and don't have the items you need to heal your party. I can't stress enough, regroup. Especially when I was lower level, just in some hard fights, I found invaluable in a lot of fights. So definitely use regroup if you need it. Oh yes, and another thing is you want anything like... Essentially you want a ribbon. Now for some reason I don't have a ribbon. I'm pretty sure I must have missed it or I haven't bought one, I don't know. But you want to have a ribbon. If you don't have a ribbon, use equip or item at least on Noctis to avoid confusion. So yeah, I was struggling to find ribbon because I thought I had one, but I had to struggle. I had to just settle for something to stop me being confused from the bad breath and the other special attacks of the Malbadoom. No, you don't need to worry about it so much with the rest of your party because basically most of the damage, like in all fights, comes from you, and as well, you're the one going to be using the magic. So yeah, don't worry about your other party members with confusion. It's not really something worth worrying about too badly. Just as long as you can keep them in the battle, and just use items to get rid of our status elements. If need be, like when you need to use our specials, because you won't be able to use our abilities while they're confused. Oh yeah, and the little Malboro sprouts, ignore those, they are really no threat at all. Minor annoyance, but just focus on the Malbadooms once the Malboros are down, and the Carlabos. Now if you don't have Impulse, don't worry about it too much, but Impulse is a great attack to use with Gladio because it hits so many enemies at once, and it does take out those Malboro sprouts pretty quickly, and just gets that annoyance out of the way for you.
opening.
Alright, so once the Calaboss is down, start focusing on one of the Malbadooms. Don't try and midgetate between two of them, just focus on one. Because like I said, especially when they split up, it becomes quite easy to just be able to focus on one, because they don't move fast unless they charge at you. Generally easy to dodge and avoid, but I don't know what was going on with my gameplay tonight. I was just getting... my dodging was not on point tonight. Which you'll soon see, it's quite embarrassing. Like, I was quite ashamed to even upload this video because of how badly I was dodging some of these easy to dodge attacks. So as you can see, ice slows it down, quite weak to it, easily took out more than a quarter of its health, 1/3 at least, and its attacks are quite easy to read, so just all you have to do is don't let up on it, just keep attacking, grinding it, and if you do get knocked out, which you'll soon see happens to me, just pick yourself back up and keep going.
Nice work, Gladio. Yep.
So as you can see, I ran out of ice magic, so I'm going to make some more. Basically, come to this fight stocked up. That's all I can give you in terms of magic. Come stocked up, use all your magic flasks, or most of them, and ice and fire, especially ice, because the fire will generally take out the Malboros quite quickly. The ice you might need to use a few times. If you don't have the items I'm using, like the missile shafts or something, just use whatever. Just boost up your potency. Even if it's not as high as mine, you could probably still get away with 150 potency. But yeah, I suggest chain magic. I've never actually in this game yet used healing magic at all, so I can't give you any advice on healing magic, especially for lower levels. It might be helpful. If you've used it before and find it helpful, go for it. But yeah, chain magic helps a lot against these things. You want to get as much DPS on them as possible, as quickly as possible to take them out. No, that's the worst part, getting out of the zone and then it's healed up again. Be careful about that. See, I'm pretty much back at square one. And as you can see, the Malboro sprouts, like I said, can be an annoyance. So, but like I said, you kind of want to ignore them. Ah yes, armor gear. Use it if you need to. It is extremely helpful, especially use it to try and knock out Malbadoom if it's low on its HP. Another thing, if you don't know about the armor gear, you cannot fall into danger while you're using it until the bar is completely run down. But you are susceptible to being stopped through petrification. I'm not sure about confusion, or I think stop would stop it as well. But like as you can see, I have an anti-confusion equipped, and that pretty much does not interfere with my armor gear. Another thing with armor gear is, even when the bar is extremely low, try and do the chain armor gear as well right at the end by pressing the L1R1 and training it with your party, even though, as it says, if you've done a tutorial with the army gear, the lower the bar, the less damage you do. Even when it's like 1% left, a chain still does a decent amount of damage to, sneak in. It's not like it's a complete waste. There's actually like a bit of a hacks, to be honest. And if you haven't already known, at least from my understanding, summons will not help you during a timed quest. So don't rely on a summoner to come and help you out. So now that the other Malbadoom is down, just focus on the final one, and seeing as it's the only one I have to worry about. You shouldn't really have much trouble, so just keep at it, keep attacking, watch out for its bad breath and this sludge attack, and you're pretty well alright. And as well, that's why I say you should be able to complete this at level 40 or 50, because as you can see, I am getting one hit by these things at level 70. So as long as you have the healing items, be generous with them, because you're going to get a 500k reward anyway, which will, be able to buy back everything you use plus more. And that's it. That's all I can really tell you. Just keep at it and good luck. In all honesty, as long as you're good at dodging, and apparently I'm not tonight, you shouldn't have a big issue beating these guys. It just might take time, maybe a little bit of frustration, but the reward is definitely worth it. So I'll speed up the video, you guys will see the rest of the fight. We'll do a quick conclusion, and I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, the big sucker is down. So now it's done. 15k XP, 500 AP, 500k gil. I think you get that's right, 5 Oracle Ascension coins, and you're laughing. So that's pretty much all there is to it. So if you think you can handle that, or like if it was me at level 40, 50, it would be a nice challenge. I don't know for anyone else out there, but in these games like this I love a challenge, so I like trying to stay low level. But the worst part is I'm starting to get a bit high now, and I haven't even finished the game at level 70, so I don't really know what to make of that, considering I felt like I breezed through most of it. I'm even able to kill demon wolves on my own. I don't feel like I was meant to do that, but they're quite fun.
Nice riding with you.
So I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you guys want to see something in particular, please let me know in the comments. If you've liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe. Again, I'm still quite new to making videos, so the support would be great, because I feel like I do want to take this more seriously. Yeah, like I said, if you guys want to see anything more, just let me know, and I'll try and produce the content for you. Aside from that, I hope I've helped people. Enjoy your day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world.
How are you today?
And thanks for watching. Goodbye.